my breath. Now I can feel what I'm saying. I'm letting you know this heart's on the edge.
So good morning. It is early. Well, it's 6:45. Must admit, a little slow to roll here this morning. I just didn't quite seem to have my game on this morning. So I'm off to Abraham Lake. It's an hour and a half drive, so I'll get there as the sun's rising. But there's still plenty of opportunities. The plan, though, is to spend the day up there anyways, and then do sunset at a different location of Abraham Lake. So let's not dawdle. Well, there you go, a little better. Dawdle a little more, or dawdle no more. Let's get ourselves in gear here and get on the way.
Time goes by, yeah, you and I are running out.
So I've arrived at Abraham Lake. I'm at Preacher's Point again. It's almost sunrise. The light is not exactly the greatest today. I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna try, and hopefully the light appears. There's the potential, you can kind of see in the back. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change jackets because it is windy. Even though it's like only -1, it is brisk this morning. And I might get the drone up, so we'll see. Stay tuned. Well, I'm gonna admit, I'm glad the light's a little shit right now because I just realized I made a mistake or was forgetful. So, as I mentioned a little earlier, this morning was a bit of a chore to get out of bed and get things rolling this morning. So, I had everything pretty much packed. So, grabbed my camera bag, grabbed another bag that had some food in and all that stuff. And I just went to grab my gear out. Forgot the tripod in the hotel room. Yeah, bravo. So, an hour and a half drive here, no tripod. So I have to go back to the hotel anyways because I need my tripod. What I might do is I'm just going to go up to where the belly is, which is apparently a better sunset shot location, I should say. So I'm going to go check that out. And then I'm gonna make the long drive back. I guess I'll get some real breakfast, coffee, bit of a nap. We'll see. We'll see what the day brings. But yep. Yeah. So that's Abraham Lake. So let's just it is what it is. And here is the bad boy. Tripod that I left here this morning. I had it extended out here just to make sure it all dried because it was in a bunch of snow and it wasn't by the door. So it's about 10:15. Gonna take a little break and then reevaluate my plans for the rest of the day. Okay, so here I am. I'm in my hotel room. As you can tell, we're in a room. I'm not outside doing landscape photography at the moment. It is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and today is a day of mistakes and learning some personal lessons. So basically, last night I didn't sleep too well for whatever reason, whether it's because I was tired from a long day yesterday shooting, late dinner, some personal family issues are going on. The fact that last night was the first night in this hotel room, so new bed and all that stuff. Combination of all the above. Don't know. Suffice to say, I didn't sleep well. But I'm out here in the Rockies, and I decided I have to go shoot. I planned to go to Abraham Lake, so slow roll, got out there. I actually got to Abraham Lake about 20 minutes before sunrise. Realized I left my tripod in the hotel room. Yeah. Yeah. That. Besides forgetting my camera, forgetting my tripod, yeah. Not the kit to leave in the hotel room. So, hour and a half drive there, hour and a half drive back. I was already planning to take a little nap after the sunrise shoot, but came back to the hotel and I zonked out for a couple of hours. And I've actually just been relaxing in the hotel room right now. Simply, I'm beat. I've probably pushed myself a little too far with everything that's going on. So, a bit of a lesson. Sometimes you just listen to your body and, miss the sunrise, right? Like, just don't push yourself. Like, I'm on a multi-day trip. I'm here 7 nights, 8 days. So, the fact that, if I would have skipped the sunrise, slept in, I would have been much more in shape to go out and shoot this afternoon. Now, good news is the as I look outside, the light isn't the best. It's another thing. It wasn't, not that I'm missing too much. But sometimes, it's okay. It is okay to sleep, or to skip, or just relax instead of shooting. And that's what I should have done today. So, what I'm currently doing is just kind of walking around Lake Louise. It's really not a big place that I've seen. Although there are ski trails, so maybe if I was cross-country skiing and something like that, I might find what I'm looking for. But actually, where I am right now, it looks in the middle of nowhere. But the little town plaza is just right over there. And I think the hostel is right over here, or at least it's another accommodations. But it's this quaint little spot, and it made me realize one of the reasons why I booked this trip out west is I love nature. I love getting outside. I love the adventure. And a lot of the places I've been here, at least in the winter, are very accessible spots, or very touristy spots. And that's part because of the winter and avalanches, and a lot of areas are off limits, or at least definitely beyond my skill set at this time. But this quaint little corner here in Lake Louise, it's Monday, there's very few tourists here, and it's just relaxing. So I think this is what I needed today. As much as I wanted to do photography, and that's why, or part of the reason why I came on this trip, is I love the outdoors and I want to explore. So I'm gonna reflect on this and figure out how I can, continue to find spots where I can get rejuvenated and explore, and not necessarily put pressure on myself, but also do the things that I love, such as photography and hiking and snowshoeing and the like. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. By the way, nice beautiful scene behind us. I think is that little railroad bridge. So maybe if I So I have a vertical composition lined up here, and I am doing a focus stack of the foreground, midground, and background. and I'm also doing exposure bracketing, no filters. So this will be an interesting edit. It is really beautiful, and in fact, I am the only one here at the moment. So I'm just going to walk you through a composition here. As you can tell, it's a vertical composition. And actually, before I walk you through it, I'm just going to say I love having an L bracket. I never had an L bracket for the longest time. I recently just got it. It definitely makes it nice and easy to switch between horizontal and vertical shots. So if you look here, you got this big piece of ice just jutting out. Interesting ice patterns there, leading up to the mountain behind. So it's a focus stack, and I'm going to do an exposure blend, and hopefully this shot turns out. Now I'm just going to take a step back. You can kind of see how I've got my tripod set up and extend it to provide the necessary support. One thing I want to explain with this composition is I have a 16-35 lens on. And I am at 16 mil. It's really going to elongate this because it's the closest. And the other thing is I've put the mountain right at the top of the frame to basically stretch it as best as I can. Because if I pan up, you notice that mountain actually is pretty big. This is another photo that I took. Unfortunately, I didn't shoot any B-roll of this, but I very much like the ice shape here and how it kind of juts and points towards the mountain in the back. Once again, Abraham Lake, sunrise, a beautiful, soft, winterly light. I've set up another vertical composition here. You can see I'm really focused on the methane bubbles in front, which lead to the mountain. Now I have put on my little stopper for this shot. I'm hoping at least get some of that cloud. Show you up here. Some of that cloud movement. We'll see how this turns out. Right now it's time to experiment and have a little fun. So I'm currently shooting a pano of that mountain range back there. I have on my 100 to 400, and I'm just under 200 millimeters. So the trick with a pano, as I mentioned earlier in another video, is you want your tripod level. So I've given myself a lot of breathing room on this particular pano because I do have the range on. I have a Sony a7R III, so 42 megapixel times probably what's going to be an 8 to 10 photo stitch. The other thing to point out is I'm in a vertical composition, so that gives me plenty of top and bottom room, which is what I'm really concerned about. The other thing is, after it takes its photo, wait a couple seconds and then overlap the photo, and away we go. The other thing is, I am on manual, so I've set both my f-stop and shutter speed. So I'm shooting this at about f8 if I'm not mistaken, and it's a 30-second exposure because I really want to try to emphasize the bluey pastel sky. And so for that, I have my big stopper, which I think is giving me a 30-second shutter at this time. So I've reset up that same panorama. What I did is I probably moved about 30 feet to the right, try to get a little more centered with the main subject, the mountain in the background. Try to get it more direct on. I've re-leveled the tripod a little better than last time, so I'm hoping this one turns out. But it's a similar concept. So I'm on a 10-second timer now, because that's really wobbly. And let's see how she goes.